Oh man, where do I start with this one? Alright, so the voice acting drama, in case you're unaware, some of the voice actors are very upset because a, a voice actor within the Genshin Impact community has been replaced with somebody else who doesn't indulge in the voice actor SAG-AFTRA space, and they're putting him on blast because he is just unaware. Which, what's wrong with that? People live their own lives. People have their own problems that they deal with. But the problem I have with this is we have people that are attacking essentially what could be their future in terms of castmates. And I think that's wrong. We're supposed to be friendly toward each other. We're supposed to be helping one another instead of attacking one another. But for some reason, we find it within ourselves to be monsters, really. Because I have this saying where humans are reasonable, monsters are not. It's that cut and dry. You can't be a human being and attack somebody and expect people to see you as reasonable. It just doesn't work that way. So, for me, when I see this, I think, okay, what could I do to really remedy the situation, or at least put my perspective into this? Well, first off, I can say that the person that's attacking, or rather the people that are attacking the individual, don't really understand that person's perspective, and I think they're kind of misleading you by saying, oh, well, he was aware of it, 2 years ago, when in all reality, he might have been aware of the AI situation, but in terms of him being aware that he, replaced somebody, that's a completely different topic. But for some reason, it seems like the voice actors, especially the ones that are attacking the one that is the replacement for another role, they seem to have lost the plot. And I'm thinking, okay, well, how can you be a voice actor and lose the plot? I mean, I get it. If you're reading the script and you see that, something's off, it makes sense. But in terms of losing the plot mentally, I mean, it's different story. Like I said, it's whack. Do I think that we should have protections for AI, like against AI? Yeah, absolutely. I think even non-union should have that. Like, union and non-union should both have that. And if you're working non-union and that contract is broken by that company using AI in the space of what we do as voice actors, yeah, I think you should absolutely be protected by that contract. But at the same time, it's also in a situation where we have people that are trying to pressurize the like other countries to join SAG-AFTRA, but to my knowledge, both Canada and Japan have their own unions. They have their own spaces for voice acting. They don't have SAG-AFTRA. But for some reason, we're trying to push SAG-AFTRA onto the Chinese side of things. That's not our place. That's not our country. We, the American voice actors, should focus on our union, our people, not what's going on over in Japan, because what that person's doing is their own business. They are an English voice actor out of Japan. That's their business. It's not ours. Plain and simple. And another thing I want to bring up too is it seems like these voice actors that are attacking him don't seem to understand that we all came from something. We all came from nothing. We all, at some point or another, had a part to play in like smaller projects. But now that they're unionized, they seem to have this narcissistic persona that they think that they're superior to non-union workers. When in reality, that's not at all the truth. You have non-union workers who are capable of acting a lot better than union workers. But also, again, this also comes down to who you're working for. You might work for somebody that doesn't know how to direct at all. They might hear something, they might like the voice, but they don't care enough about the acting. They like the voice if they think that fits the character. They're like, okay, we'll go with that person despite their lack of ability in acting. But the main thing here is that we are so divided on this, and we have people within the voice acting community that are not in their right minds right now. I don't necessarily think that they should be cut from any roles. I think that they're speaking their piece, and that's fine. Everybody's allowed their piece. But at the same time, and I know I keep saying but a lot, but there's so much confliction here. You have people that really want to be right, and you have people that really just want people to be wrong. And you also have people that are just kind of in the middle, like myself, who understand both sides, but they don't really understand it enough to the point where they can really speak fully on it without being in the industry. And they're also attacking people that are criticizing them, despite the fact that they may or may not be within the industry itself. I've been in the industry for almost 2 years at this point. Actually, I have been, technically. But that's beside the point. It doesn't matter how long I've been in the industry. The only thing that really matters is the fact that I, as a voice actor, have a voice. I have an opinion, just like they do. Does that mean I'm wrong? Just because they disagree with me? No, not at all. I think that they're allowed to have their opinion just like I'm allowed to have mine. But we need to come to an agreement that basically just says, hey, look, so-and-so lost a role and they got replaced. Cool. That gives somebody else a chance. You shouldn't see it as, oh, that person got wrongfully taken out of the role just because of one thing they said. I mean, yeah, that is kind of wrong, but at the same time, it's like, we should be praising each other for getting the roles of somebody else that fucked up. We shouldn't be trying to defend people that, said something that is controversial and also kind of wrong in some aspect. They may not be wrong fully, but they may be wrong in like a small little area of their controversial statement. And again, it's not just about one specific person here. We're talking about multiple within the space. But as somebody who's trying to get into the industry, it makes me kind of doubt whether or not I want to do union work at this point, because while I do have the protection of union, not right now, but if I were to join SAG-AFTRA, I would have the protection of a union. It kind of makes me not want to join when I see people that are being essentially put on a pedestal, that are putting out, what's the word? Slanderous remarks. There's another word for it that I can't think off the top of my head. I'm running off of 5 hours of sleep here. But the main point I'm trying to make is, we have a problem. Some voice actors have lost the plot. This is about AI. It's not about who lost a role and who gained one. It's not about that. It's about the AI and the protection against AI for us, the voice actors. If a game wants to, or if a movie, or even a show wants to use AI, that's their call. But they need to make us aware of it in order to say, hey, we're not comfortable with you using our voices, in order to make something of your own volition, make something of your own creation, rather. That's their business. And if they want to go about that, and if you say that you're fine with them using your voice in an AI program, cool. If you're not, cool. But either way, there needs to be that middle ground that says, hey, we as voice actors, we see this, the use of AI here. We need to know whether or not we're going to have our voices manipulated in a way that is out of our control. If we don't have that, that's the line that needs to be drawn, right? The line needs to be drawn at where do we give the control? Is the control given to the script, or is it given to the AI? Because if it's given to the script, that's what we're being paid for. We're not being paid to let something be out of our control. That's why we do this. We do it to get paid. We do it as a hobby. We do it because we enjoy it. We don't do it just because we want to lend a voice to a project, whether it's, just getting off the ground or whether it's a very well-known franchise. That's beside the point. We do it because we want to. Simple as that. Anyway, if you guys like the video, I hope you leave a like, comment, or even subscribe. But until then, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope to see you there. Later.